Steve Hall here. Check out these highlights and tidbits in surviving life's curves. Kids can be demanding even at birthday time. They want a toy, they want a bike, they want a pony. I was talking to a friend of mine who said his child came up and said, I want a brother or sister. And he looked at him and said, you want a brother or sister? It just happened to be his wife was pregnant. The following year, the child comes up and goes, I want you to return the brother. Kids are into electronics, and they start with these little three-letter words. You got the DSL, you've got the MP3, you've got the Wii, you've got the Xbox 360. That one wanted attention. 2 words. And then, of course, you got the iPod. They threw in an extra letter, but it sounded cool, so nobody cared. You got to keep it simple for kids today because they don't pay attention. Their attention span is like, well, it's kind of like, whoop, whoop. Sorry, I was distracted by that breeze that blew across the room. They're easily distracted now. So, video games, simple concept, simple marketing, and 3 letters or less. The kids, they like to go and do things. Some of them like to go to an amusement park. Go to an amusement park, okay? They're trying to squeeze you all in like in a sardine can. And they're trying to squeeze your size 6 ass in a size 5 seat. And you're all scrunched together like little tight little things. And you go for this little... Sometimes you stand in line for an hour and a half for a minute and a half ride. And then afterwards you're nauseous anyways. But kids, they like this stuff. And then they got the areas where they play the games. You know, and I have a thing about giving a child anything to throw. Okay, a ball at a pin or a dart at a balloon. Okay, think about it. The safest place for you to stand, if you're throwing the ball at a cup, probably the safest place for you to stand is behind the cup. If you're throwing a dart at a balloon, probably the safest place is right in front of the balloon. Anywhere else, you're in this dangerous ricochet zone. You're in the ricochet zone. You know, kids, they shoot wild, they shoot crazy. Safest place, right where they're aiming. Because you know they're never going to hit it, because they never win that prize. Men and women are different. For a guy, being insane, it kind of works. Being a woman insane is scary. It's scary, okay? But, because men, we're lost. We're lost in our own little world, whether we're on the computer, or we're building something, or we're exercising, or we're at work, or something. I mean, we're the type of person who sees a mess in the kitchen at night, and we turn off the light to make it go away. See, simple, complicated, lost. We're completely clueless that mess is going to be there in the morning. But, you know, we got a method for that, too. We just kind of close our eyes when we walk by. A little tunnel vision going on here. But we're lost. But when you bring the husband who's lost and put it with the wife who is complicated, create a little bit of chaos there sometimes. But, yeah, we would be lost without them. We'd even be more lost without them. I mean, we're lost anyways, but we'd be completely lost without our wives. We wouldn't do certain things. We wouldn't shave, we wouldn't bathe, we wouldn't eat, wouldn't feed the dog. Not sure we'd have a dog. If we had a dog, we probably wouldn't know where it was. So, we wouldn't wash anything, clothes, dishes. House would start to smell funny. People would be complaining. Neighbors would be throwing air fresheners through the window. You know, old people would be walking by with little cans of Lysol. And you always tell in a bachelor's apartment when you open the door, smells like... does not smell good. Okay. We are confusing. We are weird. We are lost. We wouldn't even speak in full sentences if we were not having women in our life. We'd be talking, come here, give me, I want to do something great. Come on. Women like to shop. They like to buy. A lot of times they don't like what they bought. They thought it looked good at the store. They don't like it now. But there's a few things you never, ever say to a woman. And one of those things is that you look bad. Okay? No matter how hideous the clothes are, your correct answer is always say, honey, it looks good on you. Honey, it looks good on you. There's a few things you never say to your wife. Never say to your wife, yeah, I decided to get married that day because I was bored. Never. Never, never, never. Never say to your wife, that neighbor has a nice looking beep. Doesn't matter the word you put in there. You can say that neighbor has a nice looking finger. then you're in trouble. You say that a neighbor has nice looking or nice looking tatas, then you're in big trouble. Now there's a word for you. Huh? You like that word? Tatas. I think this would be the international man call. Okay? Don't use it when your wife's around. Okay? For the rest of the time, it could be used like a superhero call. You know, when you're about to rush off to the rescue. Be like, ta-ta-ta-ta! Yeah. Or when you're talking to some buddies, you can go, hey, man, she's got some nice ta-ta. So this could be like the international word, the new cool word for men, okay? And, and of course, when you're saying goodbye to somebody, you can say, ta-ta for now, okay? Never go into a woman's purse. Even if she tells you to. You'll never find what you're looking for. Matter of fact, I believe there's some hidden caverns in there that you might actually fall into the abyss and disappear forever. I dropped my keys in there once. I didn't see them for 6 years. Alright, okay, that's exaggerating, but a woman's purse is so full of stuff. Matter of fact, if the government wanted to hide some documents from some Russian spies, throw it in a woman's purse. They'll never find it. Somebody forgot to tell us when we got married to this little companionship that women are complicated and they do everything in a different way. See, men are simple. We're all the same. We eat, we sleep. We like to watch movies with kung fu action and machine gun fire and people jumping in the air and blowing stuff up. But women are complicated. Every woman's different. Some like action, some like comedy, some like drama. Some people are really into drama. We won't go there right now, okay? I got next week. It's the drama all the time, but we won't go there, okay? Some people like, some women, they like passion, they like excitement. But okay, you get the point. But they should come with an instruction manual for us guys, because we're lost, okay? We don't know a clue. We look at women on a daily basis and say, what the frickin' heck am I supposed to say? Okay, so we're lost. Anyways, they should come with the instruction manual, and there should be 3 main rules in there. 3 basic rules that all guys need to know. Okay? First of all, guys, you're always guilty. Always guilty. Doesn't matter. Everything's your fault. That's the second one. Everything's your fault. Doesn't matter. It's all your fault. And you didn't do it right. Okay? Whether it's the 9,000th time and it looks perfect, you still didn't do it right. Okay? So you always know that these 3 rules apply to every situation. Okay? Guilty, your fault, you didn't do it right. So you always know the married guy when you're at work. And something goes wrong and the boss gets upset and starts flipping out, yelling at people and getting in their face. Well, you always know it's him. You always know the married guy because he's just kind of standing there going, especially if he didn't do it. Because he don't act guilty if he didn't do it. But he's unfazed by it because he's always accused. He's always blamed. It's your fault. You are to blame. So he's used to it. So he just stands there while everybody else is sweating and everybody's getting all freaked out. He's just looking all innocent because he's used to being called guilty. So unless he really did something, hey, he ain't wasting his time. Okay? So this is just kind of how it works. Okay? The single guy's sweating it because he's afraid of losing his job. The married guy, he's like, I get this. Works at home. You ain't nothing. Okay? That is guilty. You're always guilty. You always feel guilty. So it comes like a second-hand nature. You just kind of go with it. All right, it's my fault. Whatever. What did I do? I don't remember. Second thing is it's always your fault. It's never the woman's fault. Okay? The guy could be halfway around the world. Halfway around the world. Okay? And it would still be his fault. The dog took a dump on the floor, the car doesn't start, the toilet's plugged up, the refrigerator ain't working, water spilled in the back room in the corner where no one ever goes. It's your fault! You did it! Somehow it's your fault. You're guilty of forgetting. It's my fault. I didn't anticipate it. And I didn't do it right the first time. See, somehow they manipulate it all around and it becomes your fault. So, just accept it. The vows on marriage day? It should be love, honor, obey, and promise to always take the blame. Okay. I can live with it. The new thing among men as being a cowboy. Yeah, cowboy. Alright? You got the hat. You got the hat. You got the cowboy look. Yeah. Let's go. Got the cowboy. That's a new thing, isn't it? Hat's good. That don't matter. I'm a tough macho man. Drive my truck. Yeah. You gotta learn the cowboy lingo, you know. You gotta walk up to the guy in the hardware store and say, how you doing, Pilgrim? Yeah. How's it been out there in the Wild West? Saddle up that horse. Now, of course, you don't have to ride a real horse, you know. You can get one of them big metal horses, a nice little motorcycle. Let it hold your head on when you're riding it. Well, have you ever tried a horse too? Well, we'll see. Cowboy lingo. We'll touch more on this in the future episode. Speedy's comedy. The cowboy lingo will get you. The women will like you. They think you're tough. Yeah. How you doing there, partner? Draw. You know, Clint Eastwood attitude. Yeah, let's go ahead. Shoot him out back. Hey, you thought I was going to go ahead and make my day. But that dirty hair, that's good too. That's like a modern day cowboy. Go ahead. Make my day. Or you could say, go ahead. Make my dinner. That's for the married guys out there. A little whipped. Ain't going to be any other situations. Or go ahead and drive my car. That's for the guys that are really whipped. Or for those that are really whipped, you can just simply say, go ahead. Do whatever you want. Honey, I love you. Sometimes your family is your funniest moments in your life. Your moments of joy. The other day, me and my father, we were working on replacing a door on this shed. He's selling this house, and this shed door was all rotted and falling apart. So we thought, we'll replace the door, maybe it'll look better. Gotta help with the sale a little bit. So we're getting out there, we take the old door apart, and it's falling apart, pieces falling everywhere. Funny as hell. I mean, we're literally crumbling in our hands. I don't even know how it stayed on the hinges, but it did. Okay, we're working along, and we got the new door with the new hinges, and we got it all ready to put up. And when you daggone it if it starts to rain. Okay, if you live in Florida, rain pops up all the time. It starts to rain down on top of our heads. So I'm working away, I'm still getting wet. I'm like, well, screw it. I'm going to keep on going unless it's down for it. I turn around and Dad's wearing this blue raincoat tarp thing that they give you for the Maid of the Mist thing up in Niagara Falls. Okay, I turn to him and I look, I'm like, Dad, man, you look like a giant blue condom. I mean, my God, you look like a giant blue condom. He had that blue rubbery thing, and he just kind of looked at me like I was strange, okay? And he's working along. He goes inside the shed. I'm actually screwing the bolts in the rain, and I'm not wearing the raincoat. He's actually standing inside the shed in the raincoat. I mean, he was hauling some stuff out there, so he got a little wet, but he's in there, standing inside the shed, just standing there going, boy, it's hot in this thing. Boy, I'm starting to feel hot. He looks over to me and goes, you know what? I'm beginning to know how a dick feels. So I think I thought that was funny enough. My dad doesn't talk like this, okay? But he's like, I'm beginning to know how it feels. Granted, it's hilarious. We laugh. He's great. My dad's great. He's this great, wonderful, kind person. And these are the moments in life that you treasure and you laugh about years later. These little funny moments. Because my dad would never say anything like that, but it was hilarious. Okay? Go on to how to regulate. So people, it's tough to survive life's little curves and get through life without making a total gluck of it, okay? You just take my advice. You just kind of smoothly ride through the best you can. Survive those little turns. Try to keep your mouth shut. Try to keep your eyes open. Try to be as positive as you can be and stand like a man. But at the same time, don't stick your foot in your mouth and make yourself look stupid. Always be true to yourselves. Oh, that was sappy. Always remember one expression in life. Are you ready? ready for the most important thing you want to do every single day. You want to stand alone and go, ta-da! Just makes you feel good. Ta-da! Ta-da for now. Still here? Oh. Hey, stop looking at my laundry on the couch. Get out of here. The wife put the teddy bears in there. That wasn't my doing. You gonna go have me a beer and ride off into them hills in search of ta-ta.